Zimbabwe Parliament, and I am the chairperson of the Transport and Infrastructure Development in Zimbabwe. And my issue on evaluation speaks to key issues of local blueprints, of national blueprints, regional blueprints, continental blueprints, and ultimately the universal blueprint. As we talk of the universal blueprint, which is right at the tail end, we speak of the SDGs up to 2030. So we need to evaluate the way the SDGs have been carried out, if they have been achieved, not in 2030, but now. How do we do it? The entry point or the starting point is the national blueprints. In Zimbabwe, we have got the Zimbabwe Agenda for Economic, Social and Sustainable Economic Development and Transformation, which is a 5-year blueprint from 2013 to 2018. And as we speak about it, we want to know right at the end the monitoring and evaluation of the processes and programs that are enshrined in that blueprint for the good of the local community and the good of the nation. And we do it as Parliament. We do not seek to govern as Parliament, but to interrogate the way the executive carries out its mandate. And this is a way to evaluate and to monitor the way the executive carries out its mandate by making sure we evaluate how they have carried out the benchmarks of that local blueprint. And going into the SADC industrialization strategy, which local or national blueprints should fit into, we need to see and evaluate ourselves as nations as to how we fit into the SADC industrialization strategy of 2015, which fits into the continental strategy of the African Union, Agenda 2063, which speaks to local beneficiation of our God-given natural resources. Ultimately, all this should benefit the local communities because it is the utilization of our God-given natural resources that should empower the local communities. Why do I say? Because as the chairperson of the Infrastructure Development Committee and Transport, there are a lot of processes that are multi-million-dollar related, that related to infrastructure development. A lot of multinationals and financiers come into nations. They get what they can and can what they get at the detriment of the local community. We should evaluate and monitor these processes in a way that is going to empower the local community, because as they leave these countries, what is only gotten to the local community is the infrastructure. We also want monies to go and cascade downward to the local community. So this I say because knowing what has happened before, we learn from those mistakes and we evaluate the present day processes in a view to make sure that history does not repeat itself. And if we first and foremost empower the local community in these national blueprints, we go into the regional blueprints, we go into the continental blueprints, the COMESA intra-regional trade blueprints, and we also go ultimately to the universal blueprints. We should feed into the universal declarations of the sustainable development goals.